Good evening and welcome to another installment of the New York Minute Sports Show. The Yankees bullpen blows up against the Brewers. It's New York Minute Sports. It's New York Sports for New York Nuts. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's go!
Obviously one out there, want to get the out, any out.
It's New York Minute Sports.
Well, there you have it, folks. Welcome to another installment of the New York Minute Sports Show. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Well, it's our boy, none other than Aaron Baboon Buffoon Bubbles. Wow! First close game of the year. First game where it comes down to the bullpen and it comes down to a chess match against another manager tonight. And, of course, Aaron Baboon, Bubbles, Buffoon is not prepared for class, does not have a writing utensil. And what are you doing putting Duvall in the 8th inning, Bubbles? What are you doing?
They're just monkeying around at the zoo.
Aaron Baboon and Aaron Judge starring Zoos on First.
I told you specifically right here on this show that he needs to be in Jonathan Loizaga time, Lolev Dev time, the 6th inning. What are you doing trying to outsmart baseball again? Have you not watched what Duvall has done on the mound in the past month? And I am getting sick and tired of Duvall. Not only his performance on the mound, but his body language sucks. It looks like it's torture for him to be out there. It looks like he has zero joy playing the game of baseball. He gets out there, another lackadaisical guy who goes out and underperforms. On what planet was Aaron Baboon on tonight? Sound off in the comments below, because it didn't need to get down to the 9th inning. It didn't need to get down to extra innings. It could have been nipped in the bud earlier in the game by not putting in Duvall. When you have Cruz ready to go on 2 days rest, why not put him in first? And listen, I know Cruz hasn't had his stuff lately, and even Hedrick and Tim Hill, they're starting to get hit a little bit. But I would trust all those 3 guys I just mentioned over Duvall every day of the week and twice on Sunday. This is what makes me scared about the run-it-back Yanks, is that the weakest part of their team is their manager. He hasn't had to do any managing because the starting pitching has been so great and the Yankees have been on a roll. Now they're facing the Milwaukee Brewers, who have the formula against the Yankees. They put the ball in play and they pitch well. If you notice, they lost to the Tampa Bay Rays. They play baseball the same exact way. They got owned by the Blue Jays last year. They play the same exact way. And I said that this was going to be a good litmus test for the New York Yankees, because once you started peeling back the onion on the New York Yankees, the last 5 series they had were against some of the worst teams in baseball. And I understand you can only play the teams in front of you. But once you start peeling back the layers on the Yankees and you trust Aaron Boone in a big spot, he was a major contributor to the loss tonight. I understand that players got to go out there and they have to execute and they have to perform. But tonight is on Aaron Boone. What are you doing putting Duvall in? Everybody, even Girardi was saying on the podcast, what they should have done tonight was they should have went Tim Hill, Cruz, and Bednar. And Bednar looked a little sharp. He looked more efficient tonight in the 9th inning. You could have even brought him in. I know, break my own cardinal sin tonight, but you could have brought him in the 10th. there was some relish on that hot dog, and you bring in my boy Tim, King of the Hill, from AutoZone, who was a bad boy, got called into HR tonight and goes, "Hey, Tim, why you pegging people in the head with baseballs? You know you can just get them out behind the plate." Yo, our boy, Tim. It looked like Tim might have gotten to the Rolling Rocks a little early tonight. You know, maybe he was out in the bullpen hitting it a little hard, smoking those Newports, and it's like, oh, shit, I got to go in the game. It's like when Lawrence Taylor passed the Meadowlands and he saw the lights on. And he goes, oh, shit, it's Monday Night Football. But Tim Hill, I got to cut him a break. He's been great all year, but did he forget how many outs were in the game? I think Tim might have forgotten how many outs were in the game, so he said, fuck it. I'm going to light this cocksucker up with a can of peas right now. And that's exactly what he did. Also, Hedrick got hit up by former Yankee Jake Bauer. Jake Bauer patrol over there leads the Brewers with 6 home runs. But even Hedrick got touched up a little bit. And this is going to be a rotisserie in the bullpen all year long. Who has it and who doesn't have it. But the thing that drives me nuts about this bullpen is that it doesn't have a set pecking order. Like 7, 8, 9. You know who's coming in. That's it. No fuss, no muss. These guys love the matchups. Now, the Yankees haven't had to do a lot of matchups because they've winning so much. The starting pitching has been dominant. And when that happens, you make the manager look good, you make the pitching coach look good, and you make the hitting coach look good. But the Yankees have been facing beef stew pitching, and now they finally face a team that puts the ball in play and pitches well, and all of a sudden they're 3 for 16 with runners in scoring position. Last night, nobody was hitting that guy. But tonight, let's go. Bottom half of the lineup, other than Ryan McMahon, who had the big hit in extra innings tonight, he's been red hot. Good for him. I'm glad to see him back. I'm glad to see Rosario contributing to this team. He's back. Spencer Jones looked good in the outfield tonight. But the New York Yankees bullpen is suspect. And until proven otherwise, even the guys that they brought up last night, that can of beef stew got lit up last night. I already forgot what his name is, the guy that got brought up with Spencer Jones. So the New York Yankees, they lose their first series in a long time. But if you notice, look at the series that the Yankees have lost teams to. They all play that pesky type of baseball where they force you to play defense and play a smart type of baseball. Now, since 2020, the New York Yankees in extra inning games at home are they have the second best record. On the road since 2020 in extra inning games, they're the second to worst best team. So the Yankees in extra innings, they cannot win on the road. At home, they're cool with getting into extra innings because they'll probably win the game. But speaking of other budding stars, the Brewers had theirs with Mizorowski last night, and tonight we had our bro, Cam Schlittler, who just got the lowest ERA in Major League Baseball after tonight's performance, and he does what Killer Cam does. 6 innings pitched, 2 hits, no walks, 6 strikeouts, 97 pitches. And the Brewers are a pesky team. They take some of the most pitches in baseball, and especially with a guy who is a power pitcher and a strikeout guy. Like if you look at Garrett Cole, the reason usually he only makes it 6 innings is they get up to 100 pitches by the 6th inning because they're trying to establish other pitches to strike guys out. But Cam Schlittler was the goods tonight. I would have liked to see him go a little bit longer because this bullpen is suspect. But you know what? The Brewers got him out of the game. And that's been the formula for the Yankees. And they've been doing a good job at it. But tonight they had a hard time doing that. They need to stop having poor at-bats, especially when these guys are really good pitchers. The Brewers have great starting pitching, good defense, and timely hitting. And the Yankees can't seem to solve that. But Cam Schlittler was dealing tonight. And you know what? In the beginning, he really didn't have his stuff. He had to find it. And also, he keeps getting comebackers to the plate. We got to get that boy a helmet in the field, God forbid. But he's been getting pegged all year. And Cam Schlittler had to find it tonight. And this is why this guy has the guts of a seasoned veteran. A lot of guys like Will Warren last year, once things start going off kilter a little bit, the floodgates open, and next thing you know, they give up 5 runs. That doesn't happen with Cam Schlittler. Even if he's really bad that night or tonight, like he wasn't sharp, just like Max Fried, he can still give you 6 innings at 100 pitches and still give the other team fits. He only gave up 2 hits tonight. So Cam Schlittler is the absolute goods, and keep an eye out. We have a reunion tomorrow with scrambled eggs in his brain, chips in his elbow, none other than I gas out against the Cleveland Guardians in the 3rd inning. Carlos, I'm Peyton Manning during the regular season, excellent starting pitcher, and I blow it during the playoffs. Rodon comes to Milwaukee tomorrow. And to be honest with you, if you are throwing a little relish on the game, I don't know. Rodon under pressure, coming back for the first time all season long. He's going to be like Farver from Super Troopers, Walida Cola. He can't control his emotions. So I'm just saying, if you want to make you might go that way. Also, I just wanted to touch on Caballero's play tonight. That was not his fault. He was covering for a double play. They were trying to get a ground ball to end the inning, and he had to cover so much ground over to the right side of him. I'm not going to blame Caballero for that, and he's been doing great. But this is what the Yankees have to fight. They're getting exposed. In games like this against good teams, and the Brewers are exactly that. They had the most wins, I think, in Major League Baseball last year. They can't have half the lineup not doing anything. And it drives me crazy in extra innings how these guys can't get a sac fly, how they can't get a ground ball over to the first baseman to move the runner from second to third. I mean, you should be able to get a run no problem in extra innings. But you know what? The Yankees bullpen is suspect, and they're going to have to figure it out. I don't know if they're going to figure it out with young arms already in the system or if they're going to have to just do patchwork until they get to the trade deadline and reload that bullpen. But with the parity in the league this year, if you look around and look at all the standings, there is not a lot of teams over 500. There is not a lot of winning teams. They all can't be selling, and everybody is in the playoff push, so nobody might sell. So when you get to this trade deadline this year, it might be paper thin. That's why they got to start going in the pitching lab. Guys like Elmer Rodriguez Cruz, guys like LaGranha, all hands on deck, guys. We're trying to win a World Series. Also, Weathers, don't even want to see him as a starting pitcher. Shut his ass down and start converting him into a middle relief, high-end leverage guy. All the Yankees have right now in their bullpen is mediocre guys. Bednar doesn't do it for me. Duvall doesn't do it for me. If Cruz is off, he is way off. He is way too inconsistent to be a 7th or 8th inning guy. My boy Tim Hill has hit a blip now. Hedrick is starting to get touched. No Diddy. Jake Bird can't hold this up for that long. Blackburn can't hold it up for this long. Is Yarborough's chariot turning into a pumpkin? There's a lot of questions around the bullpen. We know the Yankees can score runs against shitty teams. Let's see them do it against good teams. Now, go over to Instagram. That's New York Minute Sports. That's NEWYRKMIN. Anywhere on that smoke wagon you call the information superhighway, you can see my face. Lucky you. Then go over to the New York Nuts merch store. That's that beautiful blue link underneath there. Go and check out our T-shirts, our hoodies, our beer koozies, all made in the USA. Want to give you quality products for a quality price. Go check it out, guys. We got a bunch of funny shirts on there. Also, I mentioned it last night. We have a membership for New York Minute. Become a New York Nut. Get a membership for $1.99 a month. That's what I charge. Apparently, YouTube put another $1 on top of it. I'm only charging $1.99. Go over there, guys, and support the show. If you've watched the show, if you've been here every night with me on the Postgame show, you know the work that goes into it, and we're trying to grow here at New York Minute, so do me a favor and support the show any way you can. I appreciate it immensely. And remember, if you can't be good, be bad, baby. Good night, Canada. Bye.